What can I do for you?
Should I open my should I open my camera or
No, you're fine. What question do you have?
um why is that men they sometimes in a dating because I just have a date and I was devastated by the fact that he was very invested on the conversation that we had on the restaurant, but when we went home he's acting so different. Like
And
I don't even know what happened when we were there. I really thought he was invested on me because he's asking a lot of questions and things like this and that, and he was even happy. I can even read him. And then suddenly, right now, I don't know.
okay,
Why is, I mean, can you
how did hold on?
tell me what?
How did his behavior change?
I mean, he just said, he was very prompt actually and told me that, okay, I'm sorry, but I think it was good to know you, but this is not for me.
Oh, so
Out of
he
a sudden.
yeah, I mean he probably just wasn't feeling it.
But this is actually our third date. And he initiated, for the first, okay, I will tell you something. For the first date, it was initiated by our friend. So it was kind of blind date. Okay. So he actually don't know my name and I don't know his name, so that we can, we really did not search for each other on Facebook or in other apps or in other socials. And
Mm.
then when we had a date, it went very well. And then he told my friend that, oh my God, can you tell her again that we have to date for the second time? And then my friend told me that, okay, he is asking you for another date and things like this. And then we went out again. And then now for the third date, it was amazing a while ago. It was very good. It was fantastic. Okay. And then suddenly, right now, he told me that it was nice meeting you, but I think this is not for me. How is that?
How old are you two?
He's 28 and I'm 27. But actually, during our conversation a while ago, he told me that he has this ex girlfriend and he cannot let go of the streak that they have in TikTok. That's why I searched for TikTok and voila, dating and relationship Q&A, no matching. The service come pop up, and so I just joined it.
Okay. Okay. So he's saying that he can't let go of his ex.
Yeah, and then I said, then why are we doing a date if you cannot let go of the streak? They had 300 streak on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I told him that actually for my, although his reason, I mean, him changing his mind is reasonable. It's just that I can't process right now the reason behind it. So can you advise me? Like,
Well, I mean, my first question to you is why do you even want to deal with somebody who's admitted to you that they can't let go of their ex?
yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
that's a question for you.
Yes, yeah, but I'm a little bit confused because for the first two, first and second and even third date, it went well.
Hold on, you're not understanding me. Why do
Oh,
you want to deal with somebody who has admitted to you that they cannot let go of their ex?
because I thought he was invested to this.
No. If somebody admits to you that they cannot let go of their ex, they are not emotionally available for a new connection.
Okay, but I actually had a question to him, and I asked him, is it only about your streak? And he said yes. And I was like,
No,
oh, okay.
no. You know. How you say you're how old again?
27
Okay,
right now.
we gotta really work on your judgment, love, because right now it's very poor. So you have to,
Oh,
if somebody is still engaging with their ex to the point that where they don't even go a day without talking to them, they are not over that person.
oh. Because I'm not even familiar with the thing called streak. What's that? What is that? That's why this is my first time searching about it in
Right.
the
That just means
internet. I
that
mean
just
in the
means
TikTok.
that they're talking to the person every single day.
Oh, that's why it's streak.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Okay. So can I have a shout out before I leave you? And I thank you for that, for clarifying that thing. Because I'm so devastated right now.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. What do you mean by shout out?
I mean, shout out, thank you for the advice and things like that.
Okay. Got you. Absolutely, love. Well, I definitely hope that the next person you link up with is a better fit for you. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good one.
No, I'm not.
All right. Off to a rocky start, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Again, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up and solve your issue. What's going on, Nadia? That was something. Hope you guys had a great Dallas weekend. We did. We had a blast, man. You should have been there. You should have been there. Hella fun. A few of us got sick though. I think Maya had a few. What you call it? Um, what's the name of those like dolls that look like you? Voodoo dolls. That she kept sneezing on because apparently she had the flu and she couldn't make it. So a few of us are dealing with a sore throat and stuffy nose. So no peach bellinis. Did have a peach bellini. Did have one. No thanks to Kiana. A little thanks to Kiana because she did get the ingredients and she did let Express and Danielle know the ingredients and they looked out for me. Because Kiana want to take shots as soon as we get there. Start walking around on Bambi legs. It didn't have the wherewithal to put together the ingredients. But I did have one. It was delicious. When would you go sad hit the UK? What? Hold on, Malap. Say, oh, when would you visit the UK? Whenever. We'll probably do one out there eventually. Baby, I did get your message. I'll respond to you today. Um, but yeah, whenever. I don't really know yet. I'll go wherever I seem to have a significant audience. So y'all have to let me know where y'all are located so I can plan around that. I don't want to show up to a place and then there's like three people there, right, who are aware of my presence. I'm gonna pack my own food and spices for that trip. Nadia said we just don't know where the good food spots are. She said there's good food over there. Chicago is next. I'm definitely down for Chicago. Definitely down for Chicago. Um, and there might be like some other places that we'll go. Maybe me and Danny will just pop out independently, and any of the other mobs who want to also pop out. But it probably won't be like a big group like we were in Dallas. That's only going to be twice per year when we'll do it that way. not even from there, so I'm not biased. All right, I'm gonna hold you to it, cause I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna live stream it. I'm gonna take my first bite. If it's not delicious, Nadia, I'm coming for you. Huh? Respond to this message really quick. This tablet comes in handy, man. Handy. It's just beans and toast in the UK. I'll take the challenge to have faith. All right. Can't wait to go into debt for these trips. Yeah, CJ, I don't think we'll ever have to talk you into another one. You seem like you had a blast. Hello. Hello. What's up, Bougie Mindset? What's going on? Any man that brings up that he's turned on during a normal phone call, I ghost them. Is that wrong? How early in the connection are we talking? Fellas, here's the thing. Don't talk to women in a sexual way until you've slept with them. And if you must, use innuendo. This is a blocker for the vast majority of you. You're too horny and you can't help yourselves. Don't talk sexual to a woman unless you have already slept with them. And if you must, use innuendo. Don't get on the initial call with them asking them what the freakiest thing they ever done was. Okay? Y'all gotta stop that shit. I keep saying it over and over and over again. I'll make another video about it today so I can pitch my ebook. But man, oh man, is that a blocker for a lot of y'all. Because for some of you, they would sleep with you. They would do it. And you fuck it up because you can't help yourself because you want them to kind of verbally confirm that they will instead of trusting that they will because you're him, right? So you got to chill out with that. Love you too, CJ. Jason Bear, I'm already knowing. This man said I'm having a powerful erection on a normal phone call. A powerful one. Okay. All right. It's been quite some time for that brother. How old was he? Not enough empathy among us. True, it also gives my brain is rotten from overconsumption of adult content. Right. I never picked up the phone again. He's 38. He said he's been celibate for 6 months. Well, I wouldn't believe that. How'd you meet him? Let me guess. A dating app? It was a dating app, wasn't it? I'd bet money it was a dating app. I would have said I'm having a powerful exit. Right. What's up, Sabrina? I'm alive with a reverse psychology. Eva, you're stupid, man. I want to know somebody before fully committing to them, I'm assuming is what you're saying. Yeah, I think that's normal. I think that's normal for real. Okay, again, people, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, just hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up and solve your issue. You can also drop your question in the chat, and I will answer it there if we do not have an active caller. What's going on, Jess? TikTok DMs, close enough. Close enough. Although I always say, if you have to meet people digitally, social media is the better strategy. At least you can get a vibe for who they are via their content. What's up, Betsy? Betsy, you were supposed to pop out too. What happened? You forgot. That's a terrible excuse. I do not believe. Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
What can I do for you? Good job, CJ. Good job. Shorty sound like Eeyore. I need y'all to bring the energy up when y'all come up here. Said she sleep. Yeah, sound like it. Sound like it. Again, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up. Also, we're planning another one of these trips in February. Taking a cruise, because there won't be any kind of limitations that way. With this last one, we were limited by the Airbnb. Thought it was 23 people, it was really 16. So the cruise, you ain't gotta worry about that. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, I'm very good. How are you guys?
Good, good. What can I do for you?
Thank you. Well, here's my situation. Like, I'm 31 years old. I'm fully independent, to be honest, at this age. And I'm still searching for the partner and someone that I will meet. But during the process, I just discovered that probably I'm single until now because I don't really have much circle of people, especially like friends or family. Only surrounded by my dad and my mom. My siblings are abroad. So I found it very, very difficult to meet or to match anyone because, my circle is very, very limited. So for me, I don't want to go to dating apps and stuff like that because, I don't know, I don't find it very effective in finding like the right person to be with for the rest of your life. So at this point, I don't know how to, to start, how to do it. Am I too late?
You say you're how old again?
I'm 31.
Okay. Have you ever been in a relationship before?
Yeah, 2 relationships, that's all.
How long did they last?
The first relationship lasts for 2 years. And the second one was about like just 7 months.
Okay. And why did those relationships end?
Because the partner, after like I continue with the person, I don't find that he is willing to be married to me. So they just want to go for like a random relationship or stay at this stage of being just couples and not take the step to be married and build a family together.
Okay.
By the way, I don't live in USA. I live in Morocco.
Okay.
But I do travel a lot. I do travel to USA also, UK. I do have a Schengen visa, so I do like travel in case you never know. Probably I will find my match, somewhere.
Right. So your goal is to get married.
Yes, of course.
Okay. And you
But
said
to marry to someone that I will feel like I want to be with for the rest of my life.
okay. Okay. And
So I don't know if I should go for the dating apps or it's just like, no. Okay.
no, no. So what type of man are you looking for?
Let me see. Like for the beginning, of course, he needs to be very stable financially, because what I'm looking for is to build a family with this person. And of course, he just needs to be a nice guy, loving me, and protective, caring, just the basic stuff. And also, I'm not going to deny I'm very good looking, so I need my partner also to be at the stage of, being nice, good looking, take good care of himself.
Okay. Okay. And do you have any kids?
No, I never been married before.
Okay. And the men who you've dated, how have you met them?
I meet them occasionally, like just randomly. They ask my number, and then if I like them, I go on with the conversation, and then I found myself that I want to continue with him.
Okay.
As I said, my circle is very limited. Like there is no friend that will get to meet you to another friend, and it's just like if I go out or I stay in the cafe or something, someone approach me, and if I found like there is something, or I just go out. And
Why is your circle so limited?
it's just like how it is. I don't know.
There has to be a reason for it. So you don't really. What does your lifestyle look like?
Actually, I work from home, so my entire routine is kind of like just working remotely.
Okay.
Because the company that I work for is not here, and they don't really have any. I'm the only one in the north of Africa, so there is no colleagues, no anything. So basically, that's my routine. But I do travel a lot. That's the main thing that I do.
Okay. Okay. So your main problem is going to be your social life. Like I always say, a lot of people think they have a dating problem. What they really have is a social problem, because people who have more active and vibrant social lives normally don't have an issue with meeting people. That doesn't mean they can easily enter into a relationship, but it does mean that they have no problem finding opportunities to meet people, right? So that's going to be the core of your issue. So that's what you would need to attack, is the social aspect of things. So
I think it's too late for me now.
why do you think that?
Yeah, well, there is only like a business, professional people that I know, and we meet like occasionally in the events and stuff, but I can go like longer, or just like show the personal side that I'm, that I want someone, or like I don't even say that I'm single, so I don't know.
When you say
For me, like at this age, like to find new friends or stuff, I don't believe in that.
why don't you believe
mostly, like,
why don't you believe in that?
Because I had experience. I had experience of finding friends, and most of them like they become not really true. How can I say? By the way, I'm a French speaker, so probably I don't really find the right terms to explain. But the most of the friends that I know, with the time, I discover, like, or it shows that they're not true friends. They're just like with you because of something that you have, they need, or I don't know how what is the term to describe this.
Yeah, I mean that happens, but it
So
also
yeah,
that also happens to people in high school, right? What you're describing is just how some people are. That doesn't mean it's too late for you. You may be using that as an excuse to not put yourself out of your comfort zone, which is what would be required if you are to make more social connections. There's people who make friends in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. It's not too late for you. That's just something you're telling yourself.
maybe you're right.
All right. I know that for a fact. I just made a lot of friends in Dallas, Texas that I met through this live, right? And I'm 36. I'm older than you. So, no, that's out. That's not a real reason. So, yes, there will be people who you have to avoid. Yeah, there may be people who you may think that you're all the friends and you're not, but that's just part of the game, right? Most people you date are going to be people who you can't really be with. That doesn't mean you don't date. That doesn't mean that you don't position yourself to find a connection, right?
Right. To be honest, like I put myself outside. I'm not really always like just isolating myself or something. Of course, like I'm good speaking like in social when I meet a group of people or something. Like I do position myself very well, but it's just like to go to the marriage step or like to find a serious man that want a serious relationship. That's the hard part that I don't find those people most of the time.
Right, right. So that's going to be a positioning problem, right? So what you would need to do is put yourself in static environments. Those are environments where every time you go to the environment, you see the same people over and over again, right? So you can do this by joining
Yeah.
different clubs. You can do this by taking up
We
hobbies
don't
that you're
have
interested
that in
in.
Morocco, most of them.
Okay, but you say you travel, right?
Yes, I do.
Right, so you can do that. You can do
That's
that
the
there.
only positive thing.
You can do that there. There's also like digital static environments, right? So this live, I do this live twice a day, and there's about 150 people who show up every day, same people. So even this live
Yeah.
is a static environment. The people I went to Dallas with are people who I met through this live. So like I'm living proof of how it works. You know what I mean? So there's different
Yeah.
ways to do it. I would not go the dating app route. That's just not going to be the ideal way to approach it. But I would start trying to solve the social problem.
Someone said like, stop looking for a man, just live your life. I do really live my life at the full, alhamdulillah. Like I have everything I can for myself. I don't need a man for something, but I need to build my family. And how do you think I will do it? Just being myself.
Right. No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's
It
like,
makes sense. Like woman needs a man, and
yeah,
man also needs woman.
exactly.
And
There's
that's
nothing
how
wrong.
it's
There's nothing.
our
Hold
nature.
on, love. You don't have to defend yourself. You're fine. Like there's nothing wrong with desiring partnership. There's a difference between desiring it and being desperate for it. It doesn't seem like you're desperate for it. It just seems like it's something that you desire. That's okay. So what I'm telling you
Yes.
is, if the way that you're doing things isn't getting you the results you're looking for, then you have to change your approach,
Yes.
right? So I'm telling you how to change your approach. And if you change your approach in this way, it will increase the likelihood of you finding somebody, but it also will increase the quality of your life in the process. Because when you do meet good
It's
people,
not.
and improve your social life, the quality of your life does improve,
Mm,
right? So
you're right.
that's going to be part of the process.
Yes. Well, I will try to, build the more social
Yeah, if you want to
circle,
go,
as you
if you
said.
want to go deeper into it in a way that we can build a customized plan just for your specific situation, since you are not in the U.S., you can DM me the word coach, and I can show you how to book a coaching call. Because I can't go but so deep in
Okay.
this live. But yeah, for the problem to exist, the solution must also exist. That's just a
True.
law of the universe, right? If a problem exists, a solution must also exist. So if you don't have a solution, it just means that you haven't found it yet. So I can help you find it. All right. But I gotta move on, love. I
Thank
truly
you
wish
so
you the best,
much.
though. Okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Bye.
Take care. All right. Who we got next? Anybody else who needs help as well, you can DM me the word coach if you want
Yo, you hear
to
me?
book your 1 hour coaching call. Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yo, you hear me, bro?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
I got big problems with this girl, man. I got big problems with this lady.
Talk to me.
Alright, so listen, I've been back and forth about thinking I'm either like an anxiously attached person or I'm an avoidant because it seems like I have both traits, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I seem to be very anxiously attached, but at the same time, I seem to have like this avoidant kind of way to be. Like I kind of pull away, you know, when I don't feel that things are reciprocated or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, what I really am is I'm anxiously attached. Like I'm sure of this. Like I'm scared of. Well, I think that once I see like a small difference inside the relationship, it can be something that is actually stupid, like emojis that used to be her way of showing love. They're not there anymore. It's not like I'm too kind of obsessed about those emojis or whatever, but I see that something's different here. You know what I mean? And I kind of pull away. I have that avoidant kind of way to move from that. I kind of like go away, and instead of saying that, listen, something within me is happening that makes me feel like there's something with you, I start to become angry, or I'd be like trying to like play it off and like, fuck you, we're not together anymore. You know, I have a problem saying my true feelings to her in a mature manner, honestly.
Okay. How old are you?
Does this make sense at all?
Sure. How old are you?
I'm 30, yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been seeing this woman?
I've been seeing her for about 4 months.
Okay. How did y'all meet?
So initially we met on a game, actually. And that was kind of like a dream of mine because I've had relationships that were kind of very different to me. But this woman had the same kind of interests as me. You know, I love anime. I love like playing video games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we had like, it was a dream and ideal to me that was beautiful inside my mind. Like maybe I can meet someone that's really like myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And we met like, she lives in another country. I live in Norway. She lives in the Eastern Europe. I went there last week and we had the most beautiful, amazing time over there, you know? And now I'm in love, you know, after we had a sexual, you know, intercourse. Like I fell in love deeply, very, very deeply. It was passionate. It was beautiful. But now it's just, yeah, I don't know. As an anxiously attached person, I feel like it's important for me to detach a little bit, you know, and I don't know how to do that in a healthy manner. I don't. I want your take on that. Like,
What changes of behavior have you observed?
well, I think she wants it to be one type of way. She wants it to be me kind of chasing her, and I kind of want her to chase me. So instead, it goes back and forth.
Why do you want her to chase you?
Well, I guess it's something within me that maybe makes me feel desired, makes me feel wanted, makes me feel special. You know, like I feel like I.
See, but that's
it's childish.
Yeah, that's the issue. Listen, worst thing for a woman to be is avoidantly attached. Worst thing for a man to be is anxiously attached. Because anxious attachment is associated with femininity, and avoidant attachment is associated with masculinity. So
Exactly. I
women
feel like
who
a fucking pussy.
yes, just you saying, you sound like it too, brother. Because just you saying you want to feel special and desired, it's like okay, but you're not the delicate rose in this situation, right? You're not the delicate
Yes, I'm
flower
not
to be
saying it.
admired.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying
Right.
that as it is.
Right. So okay. What what makes you think that she wants to be chased?
Because she's like, fight for me and shit like this. I want you to try with me. But I'm like, nah, fuck you kind of attitude. Like, I'm not going through the mud for you if you don't really love me. I know it's difficult to explain this, but probably there's something wrong within me because I really want to be desired. I want to be loved, and I don't want to be the one chasing it. That makes sense. And
So when she said try for me, what behavior is she expecting from you? Specific behavior.
she's expecting me to like when we have like a fight or something. She want me to be like, I'm sorry, let's fix this, I love you, I trust you, all of this stuff. But the moment I feel some kind of friction in there, I'm like, kind of, fuck this. I'm not saying it to her, but I'm kind of not putting in the energy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of, okay, I'll pull back. It's not reciprocated the way that I want. I think we have different values first and foremost.
What reciprocation?
Kind of like,
what kind of reciprocation are you looking for?
Well, to me, one of the ways that I act is I'm very consistent in the way that I show love. That if I have a bad day, I will still show up for her. Like, my bad days doesn't really affect my love for her or the way that I show love for her. But the way that she show love for me really changes throughout her emotional kind of life, from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
That is, to me, very inconsistent. And I, as an anxiously attached person, something within me happens that I think that maybe it's me that's the problem. Maybe I'm, not good enough. Maybe, you know what I mean? And so I think it's not reciprocated. I'll just leave it alone. And then she says, please fight for me. Show me that you want me. Show me that you love, that kind of ways of being. But I can't give that to her. It's too hard for me,
So give me a specific example when she said she wants you to fight for her. What was the context?
All right, so one context was I told her that, listen, I think that there's been way too much fighting in this relationship. We only been together for 4 months. I feel like maybe we need to have some distance or something like that. I don't think that this is working out. In my mind, this is the crazy part. I was kind of wanting her to chase me, but that is kind of like a little bit girly, like, honestly, if we can be honest about this. But okay, I can accept the fact but this is what I really wanted. I wanted her to, no, don't give up on me, kind of thing. Then we broke it off, and then she started saying, posting like all this TikTok shits, like Instagram stories, she this and that, and I didn't even answer any of my stories, her republishing stuff, anything like that. And I reached out to her and I said that how things been going, trying to give something from myself, thinking I need to show her that I still care, that I don't just leave. And then she was like, what I wanted from you was to show me that you love me, show me that you still wanted me, but instead you just wanted to leave me. I don't know if this makes sense, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at your face and I feel like you're baffled, honestly. I don't even know.
I understand. So no, this isn't a complicated situation at all. You haven't lost me yet, brother. So what are y'all fighting about, though?
We're fighting about everything.
Like
everything.
What? Give me some examples.
So one of the things is I feel like she's kind of attention seeking.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways, she seeks attention from other men. And in my values and in my life, I feel like I don't like that you seek attention from other men, that you're too kind to other. But I'm not going to control you. I'm not going to say that don't do this, don't do that. Like, do it. But then
Mm-hmm.
we're not together. That's just the end of the story.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to it, I still love the woman. It doesn't change the fact that I care about her. I love her.
Mm-hmm. So how is she
So,
seeking attention from other men?
huh?
How is she seeking attention from other men?
Yeah, that is a whole other thing. Like the way she's talking with them, she also has pictures with her, like, I don't know, body's a little bit out there, like stuff like that. I don't like it at all, man.
When you met her, did she already have that kind of stuff posted?
Yeah, but I started as friends. I wanted to flirt with her. Then I suddenly caught feelings, and now I don't like how she is, and that's
So
my fault.
so have you brought that up to her?
Yeah, and she said it's not about that. It's and I'm saying, but it's hurting my feelings. And she said, but you don't trust me. I'm like, it's not about trust. I'm just saying it hurts me. It
Right.
hurts me.
So there's two problems here. There's issues on both sides, which you're already aware of, right? But then the system that you're in does not work. For one, you're long distance. I don't recommend anyone who's anxiously attached to engage in long distance relationships unless the person they're dealing with is secure. It just exacerbates the problem because you're not close. So you have less certainty in a long distance relationship. And that's the main trigger. That's the main trigger for someone who's anxiously attached. So you're in a less certain situation just by being long distance. And that would only work if you were with someone who was a bit more secure. So you're already in a bad situation from that perspective. The second thing is you're trying to change a woman who was already that way before you met her. Wrong move. You got to engage women who come to the table with the type of character and qualities that you want her to possess. You can't try to change on the back end. You can't go to a strip club and then tell her to stop shaking ass. It's like she was shaking ass when you met her. She's going to continue shaking ass after the fact, right? So you're trying to change her.
And no, that's the thing. I guess after I fell in love, I felt like maybe that's what I want. But at the same time, I hate control. I hate it more than anything. So like, I'd rather let her just be. But she kind of is saying like, I don't want to do that stuff anymore. I don't want to be that way if you don't want me to be that way. But the thing is, I want her to not want to be that way.
Yeah, you can't do that though. You can't control the person.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like this just doesn't work out. Now, like if you told me that you had a conversation with her and that she was open to it and then maybe she made adjustments, okay, fair enough. That would be a different conversation, right? Because that does happen, but it's rare. That most of the time the person resents you for trying to change them because that's how you met them. You know what I mean? So you would need to just find someone who already comes to the table, like I said, with those qualities. So that's one problem. The second problem is the long distance. Considering that you're anxious.
Also, it has to do with values. Like we share different values. Like
yeah, it's a compatibility thing. It's a compatibility thing.
Compatibility thing. Like I like my woman to be kind of on the side because I'm on the side. I'm not like in front there with my six pack or trying to. I don't even want to be in front of anybody. And to have a girl that wants those kinds of things, it's difficult because I don't have those values or compatibility traits myself,
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is I still like her, and so now it matters regardless of all of that crap, like she still matters to me.
Yeah, you're in a tough situation because you're fighting a lot 4 months in does not bode well for the future of the connection. This is supposed to be the honeymoon phase. So, yeah, I wouldn't bet on this connection working out. This seems like something you're going to continue fighting until like one of you ends it.
And also what you're saying about the long distance, I don't think, I think it's, as an anxiously attached person, I don't think it's a good idea after all because I can't even see her, I can't even be with her. I don't even, I can't see, not like her phone or anything like that. I wouldn't be, but I can't even be with her. So it's difficult,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But listen,
so the core issue is your anxious attachment. It sounds like when you say that you create distance after you see a change in behavior, have you always been that way, or did you become that way after a specific experience?
Yeah, I had a girlfriend for 9 years, and she left without me ever really understanding why.
Right.
So I think there's a wound down there.
You're at stage.
There's a
You're
wound
at
deep within
stage.
me.
You're at stage 2 in my 4-stage model. So stage 2 is like you'll get an anxious person who gets hurt, and they change their behavior to where they start seeming like an avoidant on the outside, when in the inside they're really anxious.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I
So that's
seem like an avoidant really much, but I
right.
am really anxiously when it comes down to it.
So that's
I also
something.
got hurt
That's
pretty bad.
something that we can unpack in the coaching call. If you want to go down that direction, you can just DM me for that. But this connection, just to give you something to work with right now, is not going to work out. I would highly encourage you to find someone who's
Yeah.
closer. You can, like, if you were to work with me and we were to get that part handled internally, then you would have the inner structure that can support a long distance connection. But the way that wound is going to prevent you from ever making something like that work. Okay. The stronger you can get internally, the more grounded you can become, the more capacity you have, the more you can make different, you can be positioned for different type of connections to work out. But the more fragile you are, internally, the less grounded you are, the less likely any connection is going to work, because
Yeah, I think a part of me is very fragile, actually, you know, and I'm avoidant because of that. But deep down, it's because of an anxious feeling in my fucking roots, you know, like.
right.
So, but yeah, I think probably someone else out there wants to talk to you. I just wanted to let out my feelings a little bit. I've
Okay.
been watching your videos first and foremost, and I think that a lot of the things that you say in your videos about tension, you know, that you're always, I recognize with myself that I need to always over-explain. Please, like, let's just, so everything can be okay. But this woman is not really like that, so it becomes too much. And I started to understand that that's a rooted issue in me, that I need to always over-explain, overthink in order to chill. And so I learned something from your videos, and I mean that. So I appreciate that a lot, actually.
Absolutely, brother. Hopefully we talk soon, man.
Yeah.
But I wish you the best, all right?
Yeah. I wish you the best, my brother. Have a
All
great
right,
day,
brother.
yeah?
Take care. Peace. All right. A lot of potential with that one. A lot of potential because he can see the error in his ways. He just doesn't have a map to solve the problem. A lot of clients I have are like that. It's like they have the willingness to solve it. They just don't have a map. They don't know what steps to take. And that's what the coaching is for. So if any of you need your own map, DM me the word coach and I'll send you a link to book your coaching call. Okay. All right, people, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up and solve your issue. Solve your issue. Thoughts on age gap relationships? It don't really matter after 25. Once you hit 25, like, you know, you can date old man Jenkins if you want. Curious to know why you would want to, but you can do it. I seen pictures from this Dallas trip, everybody looking fly in black. You can thank Kiana for that. That shit was litty. Going for 40 plus. Maya, you going for 40 plus? For what? Sabrina,
Hi.
what's up?
So I have a question. So, like, you know how you always speak about static environments? So I was talking to, like, one of my girlfriends the other day, and I was, like, giving her that advice. And she had a good question, so I wanted to ask. So, like, she's like, I don't mind meeting somebody in a static environment, but what happens when, like, for instance, static environments is a place you go to all the time, right? And it's usually people's safe spaces where, you know, they go and they enjoy being at, etc. So what happens like if you meet somebody and you end up not liking them and then they're always in your static environment? So now they've polluted your safe space.
Well, one of the benefits...
And now there's tension.
Right. One of the benefits of static environments is you don't have to rush it. So you can kind of have that slow burn type of orientation. So like when you have the reputational aspect, so all the weirdos will be eliminated, right? I was talking to a client recently who was dealing with someone who's a SMETS offender. Had she met him
but what if,
in a static environment,
what if you
she would have
take
learned
your
that.
time though, and it still turns out like that though?
Well, if we're going to get into like hypotheticals, we can do that with everything, right? What if you could drive to work and get hit by a semi truck, right? Like we can do that all day long. You will have the quality of life that a person will have will 10x if they can just be willing to tolerate uncomfortable emotions. That solves every attachment style issue. That solves every financial issue. Everything people are avoiding is not the thing, but how that thing will make them feel. So if you can just say, I can be comfortable being uncomfortable, because it's like, people are like, well, it's going to be awkward. It's like, so what? Let it be awkward. It'd be awkward for a week, and then it's not awkward anymore. You can't tolerate a week of awkwardness. That's what people have to grow up. This is how we always met.
I'm thinking like long term. So like you're seeing that person, they're getting to know you personally, and then it doesn't work out, and then like they go like tell your business to like, I don't know, like I'm just thinking.
Yeah, but you can get married and have kids, and now you gotta end the friend group that you've had with the person you've been with for 10 years. Like that's just part, like that risk comes with love. Like people are trying to mitigate risk, and it's like you can't detach love from risk. It's inherently risky. It's just what it is.
No, I know that.
So it's like, yeah, that's where that comes from, though.
Okay, so basically, like, you just have to prepare yourself for...
Right, and maybe not do it in like maybe not do it in a sacred place, because when you say the static environment thing, it's like I always recommend having yourself in multiple static environments. So I've heard people say like they don't want to date someone at the gym because like that place is like their sacred place and they don't want to have to deal with that. Okay, well then don't date people at the gym. Go to the gym, make friends, do your workout. Find another static environment that can serve the function of elevating your social life and do that there.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have other skills as well. Have the skill of vetting. Like, it's very holistic, the advice I give. Nothing that I say can be isolated. So static environments come with vetting, right? That's built into it. So you have to cultivate the ability to actually read the person. Understand when you're talking to somebody and they explain their history and stuff like that, that's giving you clues into their character. Also look at their character. Are they talking about everyone else? Are they sharing everybody else's business with you? Okay, well, guess what's going to happen if y'all break up? They're going to share your business with everybody else, right? So there's tons of ways to mitigate these negative outcomes people are thinking about. They're only having that question because they're just isolating one variable, when really you have to have a holistic strategy.
That makes sense. Okay. I'm going to let her know that you said that, because we were literally like mid-conversation and she said that and I was like, damn, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's why they want to default to the dating apps, right? Because it's like, well, if this doesn't work out, I never have to see this person again. But the cost, the payment that's required is like, now I got to date someone with lower quality. It's like,
okay. Thank you.
No problem, Sabrina. Take care, love.
Bye.
Bye. As man, this is why I talk to the baddest woman in the room, even if it doesn't work out. I used to do that too. I used to pull up to the baddest joint in the room just to prove I want no bitch. I was like, all right, I'll talk to you first. You talk to the baddest one, it's like, it's nothing to talk to anybody else. You can like have nerves of steel like that. Everything else is easier. How was the Dallas trip? You should have showed up, Cass. It was amazing. There's pictures on the IG of the Dallas trip. Link in bio for that. IG name is @TheSignalDating. Y'all should follow on IG because I also answer questions on IG. But I answer questions in the story mode. So like people will anonymously leave questions there, especially those of you who are afraid to call into this show. they'll leave questions there, and I'll like make videos of my story about it. What credentials do you have that makes you a coach? My Heavenly Father has given me anointing for this. But you also don't need credentials to be a coach. That's not how that works. Not how that works. Why do some men try to humble successful women? Maybe jealousy. It depends. But also, some successful women like think that their success entitles them to a certain type of man, but they haven't cultivated theory of mind, meaning they can't see what men want from the man's perspective, and they think that them being successful means that they're more attractive, and it does not. It doesn't mean that. Maybe for some men, right? But generally speaking, that's just a nice extra detail. It's not going to make men typically want you more. What did you just say? Did you say you didn't ask me about women? I'm taking a deep breath because I almost snapped on you. I answer questions the way I want to answer them here. So, you don't like my answer, you figure it out, right? But some women, even if successful, are not that, right? Let me see. Who's next? Nikki. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. Are you able to hear me?
I can. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing fine. I just have like a quick question. So I've been dating this guy now for like 2 years, and I really, really like him. And I just want to know, like, from a male perspective, or just in general, like, how important are dates? Because we don't want dates, to be honest. Like, we went out of town together like once, and like in our hometown. We went on a date like maybe once, like one or twice. Like, it doesn't happen at all. Just want to know, like asking too much, is it like problematic? Because I'm always about how he doesn't take me anywhere on dates. It's because we just never go.
Okay. Are y'all in a relationship? And Nikki, I think your service is kind of iffy. Could you?
No, we're not.
Nikki, your audio is kind of like breaking up.
Hear me?
Nah, it's breaking up a lot.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There we go.
Oh. Let's see.
I got you. I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, hold on. You went back to the moon.
Okay. So yeah, like, no, we're not in a. Huh?
I got you. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was saying that, yeah, we're not in a committed relationship, but I feel like we're getting towards there, but we're not dating. We don't go on any dates.
How long have y'all been dating?
About 2 years now.
Oh. How old are you two?
Yeah, I know. Huh?
How old are you two?
I'm 38 and he is 42.
How did y'all meet?
Well, like, I've been known him because he like worked on my car, like he's a mechanic, but I end up seeing him out one night, and then we just kind of exchanged numbers and just went from there.
So y'all been engaging with each other for 2 years, but there's not been any kind of
Consistent dating, yeah.
No, I mean like a relationship. This is way pay. Y'all late. Y'all about a year and a half late to make things official. So what's the hold up there?
Well, honestly, he's telling me that he has like a younger daughter and he's just trying to be there for his younger child. And I don't know. It's just very confusing.
No, you're wasting your time here, love. You're trying to solve like a surface level problem, but there's a much deeper issue here. Right, when I talk to women in situations like this, I'll ask them, even men sometimes, it's mostly a woman problem, but men sometimes will be in the same exact situation. So they'll be dealing with somebody, and if you were just to observe them, it seems like they're in a relationship, right? I normally ask them, like, if y'all were to enter into a relationship right now, would anything change about y'all's connection? Normally, the answer to that question is no. Because we're already doing everything like we're in a relationship.
Okay.
So then the question is, why not just be in one? Literally, the only thing that would change here is a title. That's it. So if the only thing that will change is the title, then that means the person is avoiding the title.
Okay.
Right? So you don't have a he doesn't take me on dates problem. You have a he's unwilling to commit to me problem.
Right. And that's a bigger problem than just dating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dating is a symptom of that deeper issue.
Yeah, no, he's not struggling. He is financially, like, he's stable. I honestly just think that he's probably just waiting until he get things situated out with his kid's mother. I don't know. He keeps bringing that up, like, because they live together, but he said that he's like, they're not together and he's trying to like move out. I know. I know.
What?
Yeah. It's the truth though. I know it sounds stupid, but
Okay, so what made you put yourself in that situation?
because in the beginning he told me that he was not in a relationship with her. Yeah.
No. This doesn't work. He's living with her. That's not gonna work out. It's also been 2 years. So it doesn't seem like he's in a rush.
Yeah.
You can solve just about any problem in 2 years. Just about any problem can be solved in 2 years. So if he hasn't solved it in 2 years, what does that tell you?
He's not going anywhere. Yeah. Situationship.
Yep. Moving forward, I would not deal with anybody who is fresh out of something.
Okay.
Because oftentimes you're being used as regulation, meaning you're being used to make them feel better or feel good because they're trying to escape something. They're escaping into you to escape something else. Right? So no, if somebody is actively married, if somebody is actively living with the person they're with, do not entertain that person.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, thank you so much. I know I sound crazy on this live, but I've never been in that situation before, and I was just trying to give him the benefit of a doubt.
Right.
And I kind of trusted him, so...
Yeah, don't judge yourself, love. As long as the most important thing here is just to learn the lesson. That's all.
Yes.
You want to avoid, like, as long as you position, no matter how bad off you are, as long as you don't repeat the same mistakes, eventually you'll be good. Okay?
Right.
All right. Well, I wish you the best, all right?
Thank you.
No problem. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Who do we got next? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Hello. Okay, good. I didn't trust anybody in the queue. Again, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up. You got 5 minutes, though, before I shut calls down. So speak now, forever hold your peace. Speak now or forever hold your peace. In this life, the only person you should give the benefit of the doubt first is yourself. I don't think anything's wrong with giving people the benefit of the doubt, but it's like, also be sober-minded about the situation. You know what you should give the benefit of the doubt? I make the distinction between potential and trajectory, right? So a lot of people, men and women both, will assess a person based off the potential they see. Obviously, you don't do that. What you can do, though, is look at trajectory, meaning where are they headed? Trajectory requires evidence. So when you meet, so for example, let's say you meet a man and he's not in the best financial situation, but he's currently in school in the process of obtaining a degree that is guaranteed a certain level of income, right? That person's trajectory is heading in the positive direction. You can choose that. What you don't want is someone who's just smart and they're just talking a big game. And it's like, well, that person's smart, so I can see them making it eventually. Yeah, but there's no evidence, though. They're not actively heading in that direction. What's up, Gigi? They're not actively heading in that direction. So that's what you want to look at. And above all, you assess for character. It's priority number 1. No action, but just talking, that's not good, right? So ask yourself, what proof do you have? I think this is the case. Where's the evidence? Always look for evidence. You need to find a blues clue that points to that being true. Bars. Didn't know it was going to rhyme. Unintentional. But I'm like that for real. What's the difference with that on potential? What's the difference? I just told you what the difference was, bro. Were you listening? Listen. I'm starting giving y'all pop quizzes. The difference is potential, there's no evidence. Trajectory, there's evidence. So trajectory, you're like heading in that direction. They're actively headed in that direction. Potential is there's no movement, but there may be a lot of lip service paid to it. So one day, baby, this house is going to be ours. But he's sleeping on the couch. That's potential. Trajectory is, I just got a A on my exam, or I just passed the bar, right? Like they're headed in that direction. So it stands to reason that they will eventually be in that place. That's what my ex situation did and said. Making promises. That's what it is. Like women, like say, these men are master manipulators. Not really. Some men are. Don't get me wrong. The vast majority of them are not. It's just you want to believe what they're saying. So you're gaslighting yourself. You want to believe it. And they're telling you what you want to believe. So you do all the rest of the convincing on your end. Always look for evidence. Ask yourself, what is the evidence? Man or woman? Because men fall victim to this as well. Where is the evidence? It's a tool I give a lot of anxiously attached clients. Anxiously attached people kind of like get in their heads about things. It's like, where is the evidence? Okay, this person, I feel like I'm not important to them. Okay. With anxiously attached people, I tell them to look for disconfirming evidence. That is evidence that contradicts whatever conclusion you came to. So the person didn't text you today, and you're like, they don't care about me. May be true. Let's zoom out and look at the totality of the connection. Is there any disconfirming evidence that will contradict the conclusion I just came to? Oh, well, he did just introduce me to his mother last week, and we did just celebrate our anniversary a month before that. Okay, well then that's evidence that contradicts the conclusion you just came to. Right? Evidence is a big one. It's a big one. Danito. I'll never open a bed and breakfast. You already have a bed and breakfast. Glowing reviews, Maya. I was looking at the other day. I said, Maya got over 25-star reviews on her bed and breakfast. How about that? How about that? You're doing a great job. You're doing a fantastic job, apparently. See, but he also did that, have flip-flop evidence. Yeah, you want to see like what the general pattern is though. Because when you can see like evidence that supports they care about you and evidence that supports they don't, then it's like, all right, well, you may be dealing with someone who's hot and cold. Now, there may be an inherent incompatibility there. Well, my man all of a sudden changed once I got pregnant. He probably didn't want you to get pregnant. Have y'all talked about kids and a desire to have kids? Remember, my ex woke me up with a pregnancy test. Opened my eyes looking at 2 lines. What the fuck is that? What is that? You playing Pong? Why do I see 2 lines right there? What's dripping? He changed positively? Is that what you're saying? So he changed in a good way. Maya said she got the link. Nah, I can't do that. I'd never do something like that. Would never do anything like that. Got to go through with it, baby. Got to see it through. Before he wasn't as affectionate? Okay. Well, this is probably very touching to him then. Does this bother you? I would say that's a good thing, right? My baby father blocked me the same day he told me I was pregnant. He said, la, 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 la. That was an out of sight, out of mind situation. He pregnant too, right? You're loving it. Okay, that's good. So you appreciate like physical touch? That's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing. Y'all in here cutting up. We behaving, bro. Ain't nothing crazy going on. Bobbito. Y'all gotta see Bobby in The Walking Dead. He's in the most recent episode. It's the most recent episode, right? At the beginning. Gotta check out Bobbito. I just saw the Dallas pics. So cute. I'm afraid I would have looked like Danny's daughter. Are you Danny's daughter? Danny, when's the last time you been to Australia? Over there in Australia, busting nuts. Making more Danny's. Bobby is a superstar. He's a superstar in the chat. Next year he'll probably be in a Marvel film or some shit. Bobby, hold on. A joke popped into my head. I'm not going to say it though, because I'm bigging you up right now. But my God, was I about to say something? But Superstar, yes. Is that a movie or a show? Walking Dead is a TV show. All the Bobby. Comes on AMC, I think. Right, Bobby? So go check them out. He got into a fight with the director because Bobby wanted the camera to be on the side where his dimple is showing. And the director wanted the other side. And he was like, I cannot possibly do that. We have to show this dimple off. You can kind of see from his profile picture, the dimple must be displayed. So he was like, you got to get my dimple side or else I'm out. Okay. So unfortunately I have two, but the good one's on the left side, right? That's where the good one is. My mother was actually upset I came out the womb with no dimples because my father has dimples. And she was bragging on the fact that I was going to have some, and then I was born without any. Then it turned into a Brenda's got a baby situation. Just woke up in a dumpster. Appreciate the love, everyone. Yeah, y'all go run that up for Bobby, man. Go run that up. Bobby, where's your short? Is your short film anywhere for public consumption, or is that something that you're just showcasing yourself? Releasing next month a platform. What's your YouTube channel? Drop it in the chat for everybody. Next month. We saw his short film in Dallas. Really good. We were trying but wasn't preventing it either. Gotcha. Okay, so he was shooting the club up. I get it. I definitely get it. Nicole says she can't wait to see it. Hurry up, Bobby. Drop the channel in the chat, bro. Haven't you said what you've been in? Then you say you've been on set? Oh yeah, I've been in a film. My film's on Tubi. Well, the film I was in is on Tubi. Called Thankful for My Family. Not the best, but hood classic. Gotta have your head on the swivel watching it, right? Right. Mr. Afraid he will go back to not being affectionate. I mean, he might. Time will tell. Or it may stay that way. I need to get on some Tubi stuff. You should. I was heavier in that movie though. Had a Buffy the Body build. You'll see it at the beginning. Up there looking like a video vixen. Hannah will not let me live it down. So Hannah thought she's caked up. Well, you ain't seen me in the past. You ain't seen me in the past. Caked up. I can't picture you heavy. I was never heavy. I just was heavier. The boy had that bubble bass. Yeah, one of my co-stars asked me that when we were on set, we were watching the clip again. one of my co-stars asked me that we were on set watching the clip again. He was like, "Why was your ass tooted up like that?" I said, "It wasn't, bro. Shit just got lift. Huh? It's got lift to it. That's all. I was laying flat on the bed. I was very flat on the bed. You can clearly see I was flat. I wasn't raising that shit up." He wasn't joking either. He was really curious. Hey, why was your just befuddled? Why was your ass tooted up like that? Was that on the script? Did they put that in the script? Am I gonna also have my ass tooted up? I didn't sign up for that. That's not what I signed up for. Like, calm down, baby. Hold on. That's the bill. Huh? That's the bill. Wasn't in the script. Wasn't in the script. That's how it was. And I leaned out. Now that's not the case. Just gonna take it. You watch your mouth. Sir SpongeBob smacking that bubble ass meme, right? Right. What kind of last minute questions do we have, people? What kind of last minute questions do we have? How to make him trust me to open up? How long have y'all been together? Has there ever been a breach of trust on your end? What does it mean if someone wants to be open but is highly possessive of you? I'm confused. What do you mean wants to be open? How do those two things connect? What was your favorite moment of the Dallas trip? Drunk Danny. It's like a tie between Drunk Danny and just the first day in general. Like when everybody met for the first time and there was like just immediate chemistry. I love seeing that. Love seeing that. I low-key shed a tear just seeing him so carefree. Yeah, because Danny was like really focused on logistics the whole time because he put everything together. I just saw it, CJ. I just left a line, a laughing emoji on it. Deep voice, Drunk Danny. Yeah. No, Danny was feeling it Saturday. He was feeling it Saturday. He let loose for real. I know there was at least one instance of drama, do tell. I already told y'all there was a weird situation we had with someone who shall not be named. But other than that, not an Airbnb. The Airbnb was lit the whole time. Believe it or not. He wants to see other people, but is highly possessive of me. Went through my following, etc. this week. Okay, well, yeah, you gotta leave that alone. He's expecting one-sided monogamy. Wait, what weird situation? What's the tea? I can't go into details, Cass. There's a pending lawsuit. I'm just playing. But no, don't want to share too much, but definitely a weird one. Definitely a weird one that my mods refuse to save me from. Security will be on deck next time. Security will be on deck. I low-key think if Umi went, she would have protected me. I think Umi would have been like, she would have had that psychopathic detachment that Danny has. And at least if you came, you could have gave me some skates so I could skate it out of there. But no, you didn't want to come. Elise let me down. Lolo let me down. Gracie let me down. It's crazy. Like, we had a huge turnout, but it's like, if even the people who came, who said they were going to come, came, I don't think any venue would have been able to fit us. I was on the way back to the B&B. I would have saved you. I do believe that, Kiana. I believe you, because Kiana don't care. Kiana don't care. I thought Eva would have, no, not you, Maya, Atlanta Maya. And Lolo is a different woman who lives in Dallas too. See what I mean? We've got too many duplicate names in the chat. Yeah, if everybody showed up who said they were coming, we wouldn't have had. Maybe Backyard Dallas could still, I mean, obviously Backyard Dallas would still be able to fit us, but none of those other spots were able to contain everybody. It would have been too many people. I did the fill in the blanks, Eva. I don't respect. I don't care how old you are. I respect people who respect me. You played out perfectly. You didn't need saving. I had to have my wits about me, man. I had to figure it out. I figured it out, though. I figured it out. We got up out of there. But boy, oh boy, never again. I was telling the moms, we might have to do a vibe check. Like, we did a vibe check for the B&B. We might got to do a vibe check for like the open joints too, because Kiana, did you just rename Maya? Miles, let's get J Biles blocked because she's annoying and unattractive, might I add. So let's go ahead and get her out of here. Definitely should vibe check people for sure. Just want to hurt her feelings before she left because she's been annoying me. But it is what it is. Is there another Ashley? I don't think there's another Ashley here. I don't think I've seen an Ashley in the chat. So yeah, we can give you an alias. Y'all use aliases when you travel? You look like an Ashley. It's so funny, right? What's going on, Rachel? What's good, love? How was yours? My sister's name is Ashley, actually. When someone I don't want to know my name is Ashley, you default to Ashley? That's hilarious. Good night, Cass. I used to tell people I was Sarah, like in the Bible, great combo starter, but I felt guilty. Okay. I used to go by my son's name when I would travel before he was born, like Avery. When I travel, I'm Tiffany. Mine was Naomi. Hey, little alter ego. Did y'all behave differently when you had the alias? The alter ego action? My uncle name is Avery. I don't think you could be an uncle and be named Avery. I think you gotta change your name once you get uncle status. Like, you can't be Grandpa Avery. Yes, I acquired an accent. That's hilarious. A lot of interesting people in the chat. Those who don't get blocked, that is. Sasha? Shivani was going by Sasha. Bobby, what was yours? I know you had one. Over to my name under. How do people pronounce your name, Elise? Avery is my goddaughter's name. Nice. He had enough nicknames in the BNB. That's true. That's true. Told y'all I was trying to go by a nickname in high school and it didn't stick. I couldn't come out. I hated the name, my government name. So I actually talked to my mother about it. I said, Mama need one. She told me I was waiting for this day. You should go by Ice. I was like, Ice? She was like, Ice. I was like, Ice. She said, Ice. I said, Ice. Went back, tried to get them to call me Ice. Did not stick. Didn't stick at all. Didn't work out. Didn't work out. I even played somebody in the crowd. I said, yo, when I come in, call me Ice. He was like, man, I'm not doing that. I said, just do me just solid. Motherfucker, just call me Ice. I said, all right. I walked in the room. It was like, Ice, what's up? I said, what's up, baby? And then people laughed and said, we're not calling you that. And I said, all right, well, I still have not forgiven my mother. Still harbor some resentment. So as I reflect on it, Ice was a terrible name. You get everything in this life, relationship advice and comedy, right? A lot of value, isn't it? Lots of value. But it ends now because I must go. I have calls coming up. So if you're new here, make sure to follow. I go live twice a day. I'll be live again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you want to watch the replays of these lives, they stream on YouTube. Link in bio for that. It's at The Signal Dating. If you want coaching, you can just DM me the word coach and I will send you a link to book your call. Okay? Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the chat. I will see you all tonight. Y'all take care.